Welcome to Policy on Demand's Week in Review. I'm Pam Olson.
What would you tell clients are your takeaways from this week?
My key takeaway from this week is that a debt limit deal is beginning to take shape. Treasury Secretary Yellen has adhered to a projected June 1 date for hitting the ceiling, which has helped, mercifully, to fast-track the negotiations. President Biden and the 4 congressional leaders are engaged in serious discussions over the terms of an agreement. Neither side will get exactly what it wants, but that's the hallmark of a good deal. Those concerned about the Republicans' proposed repeal of the IRA's green energy incentives can rest a little easier. It hasn't been included in the list of items on the table. The debt limit discussion has continued to disrupt other potential legislative activity, but hasn't prevented congressional hearings. There have been several related to tax in the Senate and the House on international tax, IRS funding, and the budget.
Which question related to policy did you get asked the most, and how did you respond?
The questions I got the most related to the OECD's Pillar 2 agreement and timing and content of IRA guidance. Many companies are still coming to terms with the fact that other countries are implementing the minimum tax, UTPR, and domestic top-up taxes set out in the OECD's model rules, with effective dates as early as 2024. How Congress will respond has become increasingly uncertain. At last week's Senate Finance Committee hearing on international tax, it became clear that Republicans' unhappiness with the agreement the Treasury struck at the OECD is bicameral. Ranking Member Crapo's opening statement covered his objections to Pillar 2. He followed it up with a strongly worded op-ed this week. What that means is that companies must prepare for 2024 on the basis of U.S. law remaining as is. Congress is unlikely in the near term to act to reduce the chaos that will flow from conflicting international rules. On the guidance front, Treasury and IRS are focusing their attention on the green energy provisions in the IRA and wrestling with difficult issues with the book minimum tax. Perhaps unsurprisingly, trying to coordinate the Internal Revenue Code's rules for calculating taxable income with the rules for calculating financial statement income is complicated.
Where should companies focus their attention in the coming week?
Companies should focus their attention on other countries' implementation of the Pillar 2 rules, if they are in scope, and get ready for Congress to turn its attention to other legislative matters.